I just passed this store, and they were selling marijuana at the store. I don't know. I don't want to buy any. I don't use marijuana. But I was wondering, do they mind if you go in there and film? They mind, don't they? They probably mind. Hey all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the Pacific Northwest, more specifically Seattle, Washington, and even more specifically than that, I am in the very noisy neighborhood of Fremont. And to kind of begin my journey here through Fremont, from what I understand, it's an eclectic, unique neighborhood. According to this sign, it is the center of the universe. That's a bit bold. I'm looking up here. Got some very interesting things they're pointing. It says Lenin is that way. North Pole is maybe straight up in the sky. Rio de Janeiro is only 1,225 kilometers. Oh wow, well, they have dinosaurs. I didn't know about that. We're gonna go check out some dinosaurs. There's Xanadu. It's east of the sun. Okay, we'll forget about that. And then there's a troll, a dirty, no good, hairy, basement dwelling troll that way. I'm gonna find him and tell him what for. But I don't know, which way should we head first? Let's let me see. Let's go see what Lenin is doing. There is Fainting Goat Gelato. Now, for those of you who don't know, a fainting goat is a real thing. It's a goat that has this disorder, a genetic disorder where when they're threatened, they faint. They just pass out dead on the ground, which is possibly one of the worst survival instincts known to man. I remember when I first heard about fainting goats, it was my wife's cousin. The guy goes by the name of Turtle. He's a real cool guy. He's like a storyteller, and you know, storyteller, not a liar, but you know, like doesn't let the truth stand in the way of a good story. Let's just say that. And he told me about fainting goats, and I thought he was full of it because you know, because he joshed me a lot. So when I found out that fainting goats were real, I was delightfully surprised. Not many cities get labeled as being liberal strongholds, such as like Austin, Texas, or Asheville, North Carolina. But Seattle is the only one that can boast of having a statue of Vladamir Lenin erected in the middle of the city. This is a legit Soviet statue of Vladimir Lenin, originally erected in my ancestral home of Czechoslovakia. I noticed that they painted his hands red. I'm guessing that is a reference to the quote he made where you can't have a revolution with white gloves. Although it is charming that he's cast off his anti-religion, no fun policy and embraced Christmas of all things. All right. Not gonna pick on Seattle. I mean, this is a genuine piece of historical artwork, very relevant, cool to see it on display. When you think about, you know, this massive visage that was forced upon people in the Soviet Union. You know, I don't feel like people here in Seattle embrace Lenin necessarily. Maybe some, probably some, definitely some. But yeah, I think it's more of a discussion piece, and it's always good to have discussions. But you know, let's not mince words. Lenin was a brutal, awful mass murderer. Soviet Russia, I'd have been put in the gulag for that. I feel this sign over-sexualizes bees. And here in Fremont, to protect themselves from the rest of the world, they do indeed have a nuclear rocket they use purely for self-defense. And look, there's Saturn. Alright, so I followed the sign for the dinosaurs. I was really hoping to see some fiberglass dinosaurs. But these dinosaurs are not fiberglass. They are made of English ivy, it appears. They are topiary dinosaurs, if you will. But still pretty cool. That's a pretty big brontosaurus right there. Pretty big English ivy brontosaurus. And I guess it's got its little baby right there. That's kind of cute. Alright, that is not only confusing, but suspicious. Alright, heading up on this bridge here. Wonder what could be underneath this bridge. What is that? What is that? Alright, it was just as bad as I feared. Here under the bridge lies the infamous Fremont troll. I've learned a lot about trolls these last few years. You know, these children, they're just young children. They don't know how dangerous trolls can be. They just crawl all over them like it's nothing. But just look at that look in his eye. Now if you look in his hand here, he's actually crushing a genuine VW bug.
Wait a little bit longer.
Look at that. He's got this like disgusting, like unkempt beard. Like he hasn't even bothered trimming his mustache. Carpet bagger. More like carpet beggar. You're so fat and disgusting, we can hear you breathing all through your videos. Why don't you learn how to hold a camera? Grown men hanging out in a theme park. Kinda creepy. What's wrong with your teeth? Why don't you go see a dentist? What's wrong with your teeth? Haven't you been to the dentist? How stupid are you? Don't you know what a train conductor is?
I have my eye on you. Thank you. And if you take the bus to Ravenna, the number 1562 of Ravenna 65th, I had him paint a portrait of my troll. So he's got my eye on me again. Peace out. Love you.
And there's Human Bunny with his posse. Check out that bear. There's totally a random walrus just poking out of the sidewalk there. Alright, and I asked for some help on what to eat when I'm in Seattle, and several people recommended this. Dick's Drive-In. It's a burger place, and I'm a huge fan of hamburgers. And I always like to try the best hamburger in the area. Supposedly this is the best hamburger in the area, so we're going to try it out. You can see it's a very limited menu. That's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's good to just do one thing really well. Hello, Burger Raven. How are you? Alright, so Dick's Drive-In. It was actually really quick. You get up there and order. It's like faster than, like McDonald's or whatnot. So let's see if this is the best burger in Seattle. Let you get a look at that. So I think it's just cheese, mayonnaise, lettuce. I think it has relish on it too. It's a the relish and the mayonnaise together add a unique flavor. And the meat's very good. I don't know if I'd put this up there amongst my top favorites, but definitely worth stopping by here in Seattle. All right, I'll turn this off so you guys don't have to watch me consume this. Unless you're into that sort of thing. Now here's something I thought was interesting. Look at all this gentrification right here. We have an LA Fitness. What else is there? Karate and Kung Fu Dojo, a tanning area, soothes aches and pains. I'm not sure what this is. Oh yeah, so this is the suntan place. Here we have our karate and kung fu studio. All this impressive, you know, newer stuff built up here for the sake of progress. But then, what's this? What is that? If you look right in the middle here, we have all the stuff built up here. Then a little culvert is cut into it where this house sits. Does this look familiar in a way? Now, this is the house that actually inspired the movie Up, because the lady here, Edith, refused to move. They wanted to buy out her house. They wanted to make this new shopping center here with all these new stores. And she's like, no, I'm not moving. And so she refused to sell, and her house sits right there, blocking progress. But good on her for standing by her guns. Unfortunately, she did not have a bunch of balloons to float away to South America, but I still think that's pretty impressive right there. Look at that sign. That is a true thing of beauty. Saw that up on top of the Space Needle. I had to come down and check it out. Now I wanted to do a car wash drive-through here, but apparently the automatic part is actually closed down. They don't use this anymore. It's all done by hand now. All right, well, I am here back at Pike Place Market. We're gonna do a meetup. I'm going to the Pig. I'm gonna see if anyone showed up that wanted to meet me. Maybe no one will show up. Either way, nervous. I'm always nervous. You know, you never know. Weird being the center of attention. Hopefully we can have a good time, hang out, meet some cool people. Wish me luck. This one's in the bag.